In Spiritual Tips Part 5, we discuss spiritual mediums. We talk about why you are a spiritual medium, how to maximize your spiritual gifts, how to heal your physical, mental and astral bodies. We touch on the important topic of why serious criminals are banned from the spiritual mediumship industry, how to best deliver your psychic mediumship messages to your audience. We also touch on what role entities play in psychic mediumship and how to know who is a good and not so good spiritual medium. Also further touch on how to mitigate negative karma if you make mistakes as a psychic medium. We talk about what is the Global Mediumship Justice Initiative, what type of people are eligible to enter this program, what you should do if you F up on Earth as a spiritual teacher or medium, and why are so many souls departing on Earth at this time now, and how to exit the wheels of karma.
As a spiritual medium, it's important to remember that every day your spiritual gifts that you possess come through you, not from you. So they're gifts given to you via your spiritual teachers and ascended masters in the spiritual hierarchy and ancestors to help you achieve your life mission and spiritual missions when you're here on Earth. So when you recall this distinction daily, that the spiritual gifts that come through you from your ancestors and your team in spirit and spiritual hierarchy, then you develop humbleness and not develop a spiritual ego. No one wants to be around someone with a spiritual ego. In recent months, a number of my students in spiritual groups that I teach have approached me and asked if they can be involved in this psychic mediumship program. For the sake of clarity, I'll explain the rules and guidelines that I share with all my students about the Mediumship Development Program. And if you are interested in applying in 2023, knowledge will help you. Firstly, you need to be clear of consuming street drugs for at least 1 year. You need to refrain from drinking excessive amounts of alcohol, as these substances damage the aura and the chakras and the physical body and mental and emotional bodies. You also need to restrain from watching porn, as watching porn and attending brothels on a regular basis also causes damage to the aura and the chakras. If you're clairvoyant, you can see etheric cockroaches that roam around these places both online and offline, and they can infect like parasites your energy body and make your energy body sticky and dirty, and this adversely affects your emotions, your mind and your physical health. Additionally, all sex addicts, pedophiles, child sex abusers, murderers, thieves, fraudsters, gossips and criminals are permanently banned from receiving these spiritual gifts, these mediumship gifts. Through my program for life, I have had to ban all people who have stolen money, intellectual property or possessions from myself and my family for obvious reasons. In addition to all people who have killed people who are close to me, they're also banned from this program for life. Anyone that has performed black magic on a regular basis, as in 2 or more times, they've been banned from this program because they have no integrity. Do have the right to exclude people from my spiritual groups. From a karmic perspective, these types of criminals are not karmically entitled anyway to receive these gifts, so it's pointless them even beginning to apply in the first place. You need a clean energy body to be a clairvoyant or a medium, and these types of criminals don't have a clean energy body. Just a few tips for mediums who are practicing out there. What I've noticed is that some people who are clairvoyants or mediums, they misinterpret and modify channel messages to suit their own agendas. So what I would ask when being involved in this program is to please stick 100% to the messages you receive from spirit. Even if you naturally are a channel or a medium, I would encourage you to do the same as well. Even if the message doesn't make sense to you, please still deliver it in its true form, as it will make sense to the person who is meant to receive your message. Now, if you taint Spirit's messages to the collective with your own personal opinions, false assumptions, judgment, then you're delivering half-truths or false information, and you're useless to the spiritual hierarchy as a medium of the light. One final reminder, I have also sent out telepathic messages to all people mediumship program to kindly remember to do their inner child work, their shadow work, and perform daily energy healing or sound baths. It's also wise to meditate daily, exercise daily, and maintain proper etheric hygiene by refraining from unwholesome activities such as porn, drugs, alcohol, sex, sugar, gambling addictions, and so on. These harmful activities have the potential to create holes in your aura and your chakras, and this will lower your energy vibration and result in poor or false channeling. So these etheric holes in your chakras and your aura need to be repaired by professional, experienced energy healers or shamans, as it can cause, and it often does cause, people who have holes in their aura to hallucinate and attract low vibrational entities from the lower astral planes. These lower entities feed BS information and misinformation to the mediums. Had cases, particularly in the last couple of years with the popularity of mediumship growing online, reading their neighbours' thoughts, reading the thoughts of their subscribers on their channel, reading the thoughts of people up the street or a next door neighbour, not knowing where the information is coming from, not understanding the accuracy of the information. So that's why it's really important to discern about what type of mediums you listen to, and if you are a medium, to practice proper etheric hygiene and meditate daily and get energy healing work done on yourself. If you have been engaging in unwholesome activities, that way you can become a clear channel with good practice. Most mediums know that it's really important to go through proper processes when engaging mediumship and only channel high vibrational souls with their full permission. What we've noted over many decades, myself and many other spiritual teachers, is that mediums often read from their solar plexus, and people's solar plexus are generally full of low vibrational toxic nonsense and lower emotional energies. And if they don't clean up their solar plexus on a daily basis, then they spread this low vibrational nonsense all over the internet, scaring the daylight out of their listeners and causing their listeners trauma with their psychic nonsense. I think it's evident in recent years we've all come across mediums online who make bold statements saying so-and-so is going to die, or you're going to get cancer and die, your so-and-so's sister or cousin is going to die in a plane crash, or your husband is wearing your next door neighbour's wife's underwear and is cheating on you. What these mediums are doing is projecting their dark spells and their malicious ill will with their ill-considered words onto their listeners. Please be mindful, if you're a clairvoyant or medium, not to engage in this type of practice. If for some reason you F up and you make a mistake creating these negative word spells to anyone in general, then cut and cancel these words in your mind and verbally and erase them like you would chalk on a blackboard, and replace the negative words with love and light. So this will mitigate any negative effects that you spew into the universe and prevent negative karma coming back on you and your family. The new mediumship program that has launched across the world in the past year, advising you of how you may be eligible to be included in this innovative training. All my life, deceased souls would often come to me and ask me for help to gain justice in relation to their deaths, so they could get closure and move on in the celestial realms. So these passed over souls often seek justice to bring closure and healing to their family members here on earth, or to clear their name. I don't ever prejudge a soul's life choices when on earth, as I have all types of passed on souls come to me after they pass on. Top businessmen, artists, senior mafia figures, top barristers, former cops, normal mums and dads, children, all types of people. Even animals come and tell me their life stories. I always treat every soul equally with respect. I listen to their stories and do my best to disseminate their information to good police to help them find closure and healing on their soul's journey. Currently, the karmic wheels of justice are stuck here on earth. My spiritual guides and my ancestors and the spiritual hierarchy have agreed to assist to help deliver justice to everyone subjected to heinous crime when on earth, and assist them to receive this justice by the end of 2025. In recent years, I've been overrun by deceased souls knocking on my door, so to speak, asking for me to help them gain justice. So I couldn't possibly manage all of these souls and assist them myself, so I put out a call on YouTube over the past year asking for light workers to step up and help out. I've been working with a number of people who are based on the YouTube channel to help them develop their spiritual gifts over the past year and help deceased souls get their message out to the world. I've also been personally mentoring a few dozen mediumship channelers who are based on YouTube and tarot card readers for the past couple of years to refine and develop their mediumship abilities. What I've noted is that this helps deceased souls with their intergenerational trauma and helps them to transition properly through the light, gain justice, and their family members can have peace and closure here on earth. This mediumship program has been expanded to every country across earth, as there are heinous crimes I've noted that are occurring in many parts of the world, including Ukraine, Mexico, Brazil, Australia, Russia, United States, China, Canada, many places on earth. Question that I've been asked a lot recently is, why is this program running now rather than say 5 or 10 years ago? The reason being, the timing now is perfect. The level of ascension with the collective humanity, the consciousness has been raised in recent years. There's been a lot of healing work being done behind the scenes. Also, my ancestors, your ancestors, the spiritual hierarchy, all of our teams in spirit and our own higher souls are all fed up with us all repeating the same mistakes lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. We're fed up with the same criminals coming back lifetime after lifetime, making the same mistake and effing it up again and again and again. The spiritual hierarchy have drawn a line in the sand. They're not willing to allow this to go on any more than this lifetime, so we all have to resolve our differences here on earth this lifetime before we move on. And then for when some people will be given a clean slate and others will be removed from the earth permanently for tens or hundreds of millions of years, because there are literally billions of highly advanced souls that are lining up to incarnate into Mother Earth to raise the vibration of planet Earth and help us create the Garden of Eden on Earth for the next 26,000 years. Basically, it ends here, it ends today. We can't keep making the same mistakes in our systems, in our families, in our communities, the collective as a whole. We all need to work together to resolve our differences and to heal these ongoing abuses, whether those abuses have been occurring for generations in families or for hundreds or even thousands of years within different karmic groups. And they've all came back to resolve in this life and it's not working. This is why the program has been created and implemented. It was a stopgap measure to create drastic change in the most unexpected of ways. It's working, continue to work. To answer your question, many people ask me, why was I chosen for this job? One of the reasons is I have the ability to transmit vast amounts of darkness into light. I'm not going to go into the mechanics of how I perform this alchemy. I was trained by over a dozen spiritual masters across the planet over many decades how to achieve this. I use my spiritual gifts to help humanity and to make the world a better place. And I have studied extensively over many years, and I've studied heavily within the legal sector to help solve serious crimes, especially child sexual abuse and pedophilia type crimes. That's one of the main reasons why I'm working on this project, and if you don't like that, that's fine. You can always log off my channel. So I trust that these insights give your members of the spiritual community better understanding of how to use their spiritual gifts for the good of humanity. So thank you for liking and sharing, and please kindly share this information with other spiritual practitioners who you feel may benefit from this knowledge. Namaste.